Hi guys, and as always, thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. And this is another one going out the door for Paul, a customer, new guy in our tank club too, Can-Am RC Tank Club. And this is a Mato full metal PZ.III, and it's done in Afrika Korps colors, as you can see. I can't claim the honors of doing this paint job. I did a little bit of touch-ups and stuff where there was some bare metal, but overall this was done by the guy I got this tank from. Neat part about the Mato all metals is that all the hatches open, which is kind of cool. And he actually did the electronics in it too. It's got a Clark board in it. It's got what I did was I switched it over to just IR. It was set up for BB as well, but we never used that. And I wanted to put on the more accurate barrel too, the smaller barrel, so it looks more realistic. And so let's get on with just trying this out. So the power switch is located underneath the first back hatch here. I'm going to turn that on. We'll turn the radio on. As always, you press both buttons simultaneously to turn the radio on. And we're going to test some functions here. So we've got turret rotation is on the left stick. Now this was set up for 360 degree, but the way it's wired, you shouldn't do more than 320. So, you know, back to the back like that, come back to the front. Alright, I'm going to try out some elevation here. Elevations on this stick as well, left and right. It's got pretty good elevation. It's just got the normal hen-long rear unit. Okay, and next we're going to do some lights. To do the lights, pull this switch all the way down, pull this switch all the way down, and that turns on your headlights. And while we're at the front, we'll check out the machine guns. There's two machine guns. So there's a coax here and the Hall machine gun here. The coax isn't lit, but the Hall machine gun is. So we'll do the coax first, which is the high one. And we'll do that. And as you can see, hopefully you can see it. There's the light there. And then we have the main gun, which we've put has a flash bulb in it, and it has recoil. So let me get a little bit of angle here so you can see it. And to do that is the roll switch on the right. Pulling it down is the machine gun for the Hall machine gun. Pushing it up fires the main gun. And so because this is was a 50 millimeter, it's got a pretty quick reload. And we've set this Clark board up too. If you're fighting against other tanks that have Clark board in them, and you fire a machine gun, you can see the emitter is sending out the image, and also in the main gun. And what happens when you fire that machine gun at another tank with a Clark board is it will ping the other tank. That tells you that your main gun is on target. You fire your main gun, and that's the sound effect when it gets hit by another round. Okay, so we're going to flip this switch all the way to the top, put this switch all the way to the top, then we're going to bring this one back down, and that's going to start the engine. Now this tank doesn't have a smoker in it. It's so tight, and if you want to put a half-decent battery in it, pretty much takes up the rest of the room. So it's just got no smoker in this one. I mean, it could be put in, but it would take some finagling, but that's up to Paul if he wants to add that on. Okay, so to engage the clutch with a Clark board, you have to engage the clutch. And again, as the engine start is all the way down, you push that switch all the way up, and you'll actually hear the clutch engage. And then all driving functions are on the right stick here. So I'm going to try and switch hands with my camera. So let's turn this so you can see it from the front. With the ESCs that Clark has, they're ultrasonic, which means that the signal is very quick to the transmission. You probably notice with a lot of your Henlong tanks that when you go to start, the tanks jump. With this, you can actually crawl very slowly. And you can go a little quicker. And of course, all the speeds and everything can be set with the endpoints. You can also hear this, these gearboxes are very quiet and it runs pretty smooth. That's full speed right there. And then we've got to do neutral turns. The early Panzers didn't have that capability. So one track spins, the other one spins in reverse. That's called a neutral turn. These tanks didn't have that feature. So we've got that turned off on this one. So what it does is just lock one track and activate the other track. Reverse. Forward. And once again, we'll test out. We'll just kill this engine. So to kill the engine, just pull the switch all the way down. Now, the tank is still engaged, so that it can still roll. So in order to shut that off, you have to hit that clutch, and then that neutralizes it. Yeah, so there we go. Paul, I hope you really enjoy it. We're looking forward to, my Fireflies are looking forward to taking you on the field.